Relax and get loose while I put you up on game. The Figure Booth with Josh and Nate. This that podcast for those in the know. Batman vs. Iron Man, how would it go? We talking one of a kind, collectibles. Mezco toys are respectable. It's unacceptable if it's not in the packaging. Nate don't take pics if you ain't rapping it. Nate's dirty tricks are always happening, but damn it, man, don't you be stressing. Round here we believe in plastic confessions. We trying to figure out the figures that's gonna stand the test of time. That G.I. Joe handmade hit me in the spine. There's perfection in the way that these toys are made, but I also wanna know, do I pick Wade or Slade? So this is where I come to kick it with the guys. The Figure Booth. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Hello, and welcome to the Figure Booth, where we talk about the ups and downs of being a modern-day collector. We go over pre-orders, we talk weekly plastic confessions, and occasionally we do interviews with members of the toy community. But you haven't reached an episode, you've reached another episode of, maybe. You've reached Motivation Monday, which is our weekly Monday live. And you're noticing that I am alone tonight. Prime is out, but the show must go on. I decided I would throw my hat in the ring and do another solo live. So yeah, bear with me while I get through this here. Don't have a whole lot planned for tonight. I do have some stuff that I wanted to go over, but I really just wanted to hang out with you guys in the chat, kind of talk about what's going on in the figure world and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, welcome to the Figure Booth. If this is your first time being here, make sure that you're subscribed. Go subscribe to the Figure Booth on YouTube. And hit the notification bell so you don't miss when we go live. I'm trying out some different ways to represent the name. So we've got this classic bubble look. You guys let me know what you like. There's a classic look, which looks a bit more official. I like the minimalist one. But let me know what you guys think. There's also this block one as well. Just trying out some different stuff because I'm here on my own. I decided, you know what, let me just mess with things and see what I like and what I don't like. But yeah, make sure you guys subscribe. Didn't get to post a new episode this week, so I apologize for that. We should be able to work on another one this Sunday. So you guys will have one going into Valentine's Day. Maybe make it specific to stuff around relationships, things like that. But if you missed our previous episode, we did an interview with the Geek Effect, which was really fun. We had, Kirk on to kind of talk about his channel, his collecting history. He's a much younger collector, I guess younger compared to myself and Prime. So it's kind of cool to see like his unique thoughts, what he deals with as a collector, and kind of like his appreciation for maybe when I grew up in the 80s and, his love for that kind of pop culture. But he's a great guy, doing some good reviews. I think he posted his Alf review, which got me pretty much sold on that figure. And then I'm fairly certain he did another review of the Mojo World pack, or at least he's doing that in pieces. So make sure to go check him out. Just a great guy in general. As far as other content going on out in the community, I always like to try to promote others that are out there doing their own thing. A lot of stuff out there. That's the great thing about this toy community is there's a lot of people that stream, a lot of people that go on YouTube and do different kind of lives, and you see a lot of different members of the community out there kind of supporting it. So right now, Fobster's live. I think he's doing his live right now. I'm a bit early. I had to go a bit earlier tonight. I've got something a little bit later. But rather than canceling, I wanted to make sure that I went on and went a bit earlier. So that's why I'm here 30 minutes earlier than usual. Hopefully, it doesn't mess with your guys' schedule too much, but sometimes that just happens. But yeah, Fabster's on. I think he's going through Toy Fair. We'll talk about that too. If you missed it, Between Two Sentinels with J-Shot and Machu Toy, they did a new episode. They had Sir Dork on, who's the guy that's known for blowing things up. He's actually got a ton of talent. I've always really appreciated his style and kind of how he approaches shots, and he's very experimental. But yeah, great interview. Learn more about him. if you've been looking for Sir Dork and you've noticed that he hasn't been posting, his old account did get hacked. So make sure you guys are checking out his new account, sir.dork, and you can follow him there. Hate to see that happen to people. It's happened to a few different people in the community where their accounts are getting hacked. I don't know how it happens, but just be aware of that. Don't open links you don't know. Don't talk to people you don't know. I get some weird DMs sometimes. I'm deleting a lot of messages recently just on, hey, click this link and we'll take you to our page so you can promote our products. That's a red flag for me. So yeah, be careful with your accounts out there because a lot of people are getting hacked, and that's a lot of work and effort that goes into trying to create that follower base. So when that happens, it's very disheartening. I've seen some people just decide, you know what, I'm gonna dip out because I don't want to have to do that all over again. So, but yeah, go check out Sir Dork. That kind of went in a different direction. Yeah, go check out Between Two Sentinels, Machu Toy, J-Shot. They posted that last week. I think they go live on Wednesday nights when they do their new episodes. So if you want to check out the next one, make sure you subscribe to their channel, hit the notification bell as well. Dork Lair, he's been doing a lot of content recently about some stuff we're going to talk about with Savage Crucible. Also about the test shots that are going on. So if you guys aren't aware, Four Horsemen is selling what they call test shots, which is basically like a factory proof of the figure. We'll go into that a little bit and kind of talk about what those are, but the aftermarket on that has been blowing up. Not something I'm really interested in, but there is going to be another test shot sale this Saturday of Cosmic Legions. So if you guys have been trying to get those test shots and been striking out, don't be too discouraged because there's very little quantity and there's people that are pretty avid collectors of test shots. So if you're not ready before those goes up, there's a good chance you're going to miss them. And I think Cosmic's going to be even worse because this is the first time we're really getting these figures in hand. And people are, they're going to go crazy trying to get them. I'm going to try to get a Cosmic test shot. Even though test shots aren't really my thing, I would love to see one of those figures in hand. Maybe show it here on the show. Yeah, go check out Dork Lair's content. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, he does kind of a thorough breakdown of test shots. And he did a live on it, I think, on Friday or Thursday. Sorry, I'm getting dates wrong. AZ Toy Hunters Guild. If you guys aren't following him on YouTube, he's got his own YouTube as well. Mike, he's got a new hunt video up. Been finding a lot of TMNT recently, so go check that out. If you're interested in the new Mezco Conan, D Amazing did a review recently, which is awesome. Kind of broke down the new Conan. If you like the old Conan, the new one seems very similar, which isn't a bad thing. But yeah, go check out D Amazing's channel for that review. He's one of my go-to reviewers with new figures. Toying Around, they had their Enablers episode on Thursday. Always a great time with the Enablers when they get together. And this one was really special because High School Creations got to unveil his new kind of project, which he's calling Wall XD. He actually just posted something about it today. Let's do a segue into his account real quick. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, so if you missed it on Toying Around stream, High School Creations is doing his own creation, which he's calling Wall XD. He announced this on the show. It was really cool to kind of see him get to reveal it and kind of show off what it's all about. But it's his own creation. Basically, it's a dio that can expand. So the XD part. So this is kind of one of the walls we're looking at here. You can see the little tabs that sort of stick out on the side, and those are used to expand the dio. So you can add more floors, it looks like. I think this is going to be interchangeable at one point. And then you can add additional walls to make it bigger and kind of make your display a little bit larger. But yeah, check out his Instagram. I think he also posted on his YouTube some details about it. Just really, really cool idea. I love the idea of it. Definitely going to be something I'm going to be watching. You can jump on the mailing list as well. Here's a video. That's what I was looking for. This is showing you sort of what the XD is all about. not just that one piece. It's expandable, like you can see here. I love this concept. Such a cool idea. Something I've never seen before in a dial making community is something that is modular and expands like this. You can see it's designed to fit a DTOLF, but you can add additional walls, floor pieces. I think what he's been teasing is as it goes on, if he gets more support, he'll continue to add like additional features. I think one of those, like I talked about, the window might come out and change. And then you're going to add different things. I really don't know what the future holds. I'm just sort of speculating, but a really cool project. Very happy for Mike to be able to launch this. I know it's been a long work in progress, something that he's been kind of working on behind the scenes with 796 Studios, and finally got to launch it. So if you guys are interested, jump on his mailing list. I already got an email about some next steps. And then at some point, he's going to be launching a Kickstarter for it to really show your interest. So if you guys are interested, jump on that mailing list. That's how you kind of show your interest. You can give him some feedback, what things you want to see, what would make you more confident in backing the project, that kind of stuff. I think that's what he's looking for. And that's what the community is all about. I think that's why he's trying to get people to jump on that mailing list and give them some feedback, because that's what you need. You need people to be honest with you and give you that constructive criticism. So yeah, very excited for Mike. Can't wait to see the future of that. But yeah, what do you guys think? You excited? You jump on the mailing list already? Love to hear from you guys and kind of what your thoughts are. Let's see what other stuff was out. Lost Cause Collective, they did a new episode on Saturday, kind of getting back into their groove. Every Saturday night they do a new episode. It was cool to hear their thoughts on some of the stuff that we're going to talk about. And then last but certainly not least, Unparalleled Universe also had Dork Layer on Friday. That was a cool show. And then he did his new episode of Breakfast Bars on Sunday. So there's a lot of stuff out there. If you didn't catch it right when it goes live, which is my problem normally, I can't get on stuff when it goes live right away. But I do like to have a lot of content throughout the week to kind of get through. So I'm just reminding you guys about probably a lot of the stuff that you've already seen. But I like to promote others as well on this show. As far as, let's see, we're 12 minutes in. We'll go ahead and recognize the chat. Looks like we got about 22 guys in here, so thank you for that support. I really appreciate it. Wasn't sure, when we go live early, how many people are going to be able to get here as well, because I know you all have your own important schedules that you're doing. But yeah, let's go ahead and recognize the chat and see who we have on with us. Whether you recognize yourself as the Booth Brigade, Figure Fanatics, Primes Privates, Nate's Nards, Booty Rangers, which seems to be the most popular, or Nick Neckers, the newest one, added to the list. I think we're going to get a lot of Nick Neckers. I identify as a Nick Necker. My other name is Nick or Neck Fan Nate. So that had to, have its own place too. But yeah, whether I identify as either one of those, we appreciate you being here. We appreciate you supporting the stream. So let's go ahead and recognize the chat. Cholo Figs, always one of the first few in here. Oh, I kind of like how this one shows his photo. Did they all do that? Let's see. Classic. Oh, a little bit bigger. The bubble there. Like I said, for anybody that just joined, like, what is he doing? I'm going through these different themes just to see what they look like. I kind of like this one. This is my favorite so far. I know I asked you guys to comment. I'm sure I'll get there soon. Let's see. We got Mike. It's Morphin Time Booty Rangers. See, Mike loves the Booty Rangers. And Mike is a guy I'll actually be seeing here pretty soon on the 18th of February. Me and Mike and T-Belay and Los Viking Collectibles, AZ Toy Guy. I don't know who else is going to go. Maybe In Pursuit of Toys, Betamax. Gosh, I know I'm missing others, but a lot of the AZ Toy crew is going to be at the Epic Toy Show on February 18th in Phoenix, Arizona. If you guys happen to be in Arizona at the time, or if you're local and you're watching, please come out and say hello to us. It's a great time. I'm going to have a table set up with Mike where I'm going to be selling stuff, but I also like to just hang out and meet people from the community. So if you guys are in Arizona, if you think you might be here during that weekend, which is the 18th, just to say it again, come on, come hang out with us. It's a great time. Not only you don't have to buy toys, you can just come hang out and have fun with us too. I can't wait for that. I'm actually excited trying to get all my stuff organized and together and what I want to sell. We got 8 and Skate. Time to get loose and get put up on game. You're right. Thanks for that support, 8 and Skate. Loki. I always love this name. I've said him multiple times, but I like reading that name. Beef Time. I don't know. Prime's not here, so maybe we won't get as much beef tonight. But I've started my share of beef by spreading rumors. So Prime has direct beef. I spread rumors and cause beef. But either way, we've got beef flowing. Paul Morales. What's up, Paul? Good to have you on. We got fellow Nate, excuse me, I almost call him my name, Nate Strong, aka Corona4 on Instagram. Figure fan Nate is on a 830. That's 30, and it's about to get dirty. It took me a second to read that, Nate, but I appreciate it. It's clever. Thanks for being here, Mr. Fellow Nate. Diehard 3.75. Well, hello there. I read that as I hear it in the Toying Around streams. Well, hello there. Thanks for being here. Colossal Customs. See, we did continue your beer talk. I know you're upset that we didn't post a episode yesterday, but here we are with your bottles of beer on the wall. I know exactly where you are. And you've made quite a bit of progress. I think you're about 2,000 beers down. So I hope you're still conscious. I hope you're not in the hospital. Keep going. The liver might not appreciate it, but I do, and that's what counts. What do I hate tonight? I guess we'll find out. Negative Fan Nate. That's another name I'm known for. Bat Forest Grump representing the Tuesday on a Monday. Thanks for being here, Grumps. We got Winger Lose. What's up, Winger Lose? Always happy to have you. Bearded Builds. Saying hello to everybody else. What's up, Bearded? Let's see. You're never alone, Nate. With you guys, I am never alone. That's right. Nate's been drinking. I swear I haven't. Do I sound like I've been drinking? I might have. Did I drink? No, I didn't drink. Honestly, I didn't. I don't even have a beer with me tonight. I've got water. But I might be slurry for whatever reason. Let's see. Chad Kinsler. What's up, Chad? Good to have you in here. DSREF fan, what is up? Thanks for hanging out with us, DSREF fan. Dragon Eyes 69, leave my toys alone. He identifies as a Booty Ranger. Booty Rangers unite. Go Booty Rangers. Crossing streams with Fabio. I figured that was the case because I went on early. So if Fabio's on his normal time, I'm the one that's early, so I'm the a-hole here. Maybe he'll join us here in a little bit. Let's see. We got B. Rivera. What's up, B. Rivera? He's also a Booty Ranger. Don't click sex bots, especially if you're horny. Yeah, because that's when they'll really feed on it. Like, oh, you must be horny. Click here. Just don't click links you don't know. I have I get weird people that follow me sometimes and like my photos. I'm like, there's no way you're into toys, but cool. I'll take the like. Thank you. WillFlow81. What's up, Will? Thanks for being here. I hope those test shots go to real collectors and not straight to Evil Bay. I hope so too. Unfortunately, though, if you look at the sold listings for test shots, there are quite a few that went to eBay and they went for crazy prices. One in particular that I know of, really just because of Dork Lair, but the Alder, which is the Moose, they did a test shot for that one, and it sold for like $450. So that is definitely not retail price. I think the test shots do go for a bit more than your typical Legions, but definitely not $450. I think that thing was like maybe $75, $90. I really don't know specifically, but I know it wasn't anywhere close to what it sold for. Let's look. Oh, yeah. We got some up there that are nasty right now. So if you guys are wondering what the test shots are going for currently, now remember, these are listings. These aren't sold yet, but you can get an idea. There's that older I was talking about, $400. You got Lord Bardrick, unknown one, which is very popular from Legion's Con. He's one of the exclusives. Ooh, gosh. Get the Barbarian. I think he's from he's the Gladiator. Then you got Alder again and a Legion Builder. But all of these are like $400 or more. Now, like I said, these aren't sold. But if you go to sold items, you can see they are selling for very close to those prices, which is insane. They're very hard to get, test shots. I actually was online during the last one. I wasn't going to get one, but I was like, let me just see if I can, because I've heard how hard they are to get. I got it in my cart. I was going to check out, and boom, it was gone. So I wouldn't even have been able to get one. But yeah, they're going for a lot of money. I don't think they typically go for that much. If you go back a little bit in history, they don't usually go for like $400. Maybe it's just the fact that it's so new right now. People are fiending because they missed out. They're going for a lot. Wing or loose, put me on that tangent. We'll talk about that here soon. But yeah, don't pay that much for those unless you're really just got to have these test shots. It's just a production factory sample. I can see the draw there because it's very rare, very hard to get. But there's nothing that's as rare enough for me to spend $450 on a figure that was normally like $60. Let's see. I don't think I got through all the chat. Jason Smith. What's up, Jason Smith? Thanks for being here. I am TJ Williams. What's up? Thanks for hanging out with us. Colossal, hit that like button. Thank you for that. Yes, please. Hit the like button. Got a special guest flying in. Holy crap. I'm excited. Is that about this, the Epic Toy Show, Mike? T-Belay just got here, still working. Mother effers. Yeah, I feel that, man. I feel that. But yeah, T-Belay, Mike, we're going to be at that Epic Toy Show together. Hello, Booty Ranger reporting for duty. Thanks for being here, Machu. Just giving you a shout out. Your ears must be burning. The beef is always sizzling. There's always something on the grill, right? Either from what Prime has done or some kind of rumor that I spread last week. What's up, Mikey? Best turtle. That's debatable. Toy Rensu. What? I almost missed a stream. I know, I'm a little early, Toy Rensu. Sorry. But thanks for being here. Rick Jones. Mercari has test shots up too. Yuck. Are they going anywhere close to the prices I was just showing? I bet they are. Nate, did you get the third-party Kingdom Come Superman? I did not. Not because I didn't think it looked great, but I already have a few soups, and I've got more coming. I also have the Mezco coming. So I've got too many soups already. Might be a decision I regret, though, because it does look good. I've seen some people do some really great shots. NYC Figure Fanatic. What's up, Nate? What's up, Booty Rangers? What's up, NYC Figure Fanatic? Thanks for being here. Trello Fakes had the same experience. His test shot disappeared at checkout. Pretty typical. Unless you know what you want and you get it and you check out, it's going to be gone. So you definitely need to log in early to get your payment info ready. And make sure you know exactly what you want. Don't try to get greedy and go try to get too much, because it's gonna run out and sell out quicker than you think. Tempted to sell my test shots since the prices are so high right now. I mean, we saw how high they were. I can't knock it. It would be tempting if I owned one too. We're gonna get into this, Colossal. But yeah, Savage Crucible, looking really cool so far. And I think I'm all caught up on the chat. So yeah, thank you guys for coming in and hanging out. Let's see. Cool. If you haven't liked already, please do hit that like button. Small gesture goes a long way. It means a lot to me. And I know it means a lot to Prime, even though he's not here to say it. And if you're watching on the replay crew, let us know. Leave a comment that says replay crew. We like to read all of our comments, even when we get 10 on one episode from Too Many Points. All comments are good comments. So thank you. Even if it's a hateful comment, which we actually don't ever get. So I shouldn't say that. Let's see. Well, we can talk toys. I was going to talk some streaming. Last of Us. We already talked about how great it is. I still have to get caught up on episode 4. If you're not aware, episode 5 is going to release on Friday ahead of the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is actually in my state, which I'm really not excited for. That's going to be a nightmare of a situation. And I like basketball. I'm not into football. So hashtag sports. It's the only sports talk we're going to get. But when the Super Bowl comes to your state, I'm like prepping like it's a pandemic or something. I'm like, all right, what do we need from the store? I'm not going out that day. I'm not even going to try to like go out that weekend because it's just going to be mass insanity. And nobody here knows how to drive. So rather than getting angry, I'm just going to try to stay at my house as much as possible. But yeah, Last of Us is going to air on Friday instead of Sunday because of that. Finally watched Wakanda Forever. It's on Disney Plus now if you missed it. I liked it. It was different, but I did like it. I was really interested in how they're going to handle T'Challa passing away. I think they did a good tribute to him. Not going to spoil it a whole lot. I thought Namor was interesting. It'll be interesting how they use him later on because they kind of did a little tease about the possibility of him coming back, whether he's going to be good or bad, who knows. And if you guys are looking for a book, not that this is any book-related stream, but Project Hail Mary, the guy that made Andy Weir, the guy who wrote The Martian, he wrote a book called Project Hail Mary. I just finished it. Awesome sci-fi book. I really, really liked it a lot. So if you guys are looking for a book, go check that out. And then with games, very heavily invested in the Dead Space remake right now. Really enjoying that. Hogwarts Legacy, I'm kind of back and forth on wanting to play. It looks like it's getting good reviews, but I don't know. I'm so into Dead Space right now that it's hard to get excited about it. Did Nate put a hit out on Prime? No way. He's my co-host. I can't put a hit on him. I need him here. Prime's a busy man. Yeah. He'll be back as soon as he can. He should be here for the episode we're going to air on Sunday. I think proximity to the Horsemen makes a difference in their sales. Myself and a few other people that I know are close to Jersey, always hit on the sales. Yeah, that's probably, if you're talking about like getting the test shots. Yeah, I think proximity helps, especially with shipping, because shipping's less for you. And then they do, they have, they're at cons that are local to you. So it would be sweet to live next to them for sure. I'm sure there's more benefits than I'm thinking of. Mike talking about the Super Bowl. Nope, near my place going to be super crowded. Super crowded for the Super Bowl. Yes, it's going to be insane, and I'm not looking forward to it. Nate Strong just watched episode 4 right before this. Another winner. I cannot wait to watch it. Watching it with my wife, and she's doing her flight attendant thing, so she'll be home tonight. And probably won't see it tonight, but tomorrow I'll be able to get into it. What did you think, DSREF fan? I'm eager to hear what you had to say about it. I think for the most part, people liked it. I definitely liked it. I did not dislike it. Not my favorite Marvel movie, but I thought it was really good. And I thought Ironheart was really cool. I wish they kind of would have explained a little bit more about Riri. But seeing someone else in a Iron Man style costume was cool, even though it was completely different to how Iron Man normally is. I like that because they could easily just make her Iron Man repeat or New Age Iron Man. But they kind of made her own specific way, at least for the first iteration of her suit, and in the second one. I liked how she's a little bit different. Rate Mario's acting. I don't know what you mean. Sorry, Loki. That one went right over my head. My sister-in-law has a house in AZ. It's been booked for the Super Bowl at $25K in advance. Holy moly. That is insane. I've got a friend here that just bought another house. He's renting out his house for crazy money. I've been trying to I've got a guest house in my back here that I've been trying to renovate and make its own livable space. The city has been a nightmare, but that is the kind of stuff why I want to do it, because that's great extra passive income. That's insane, Omega Weapon. I believe it though. People get crazy when they're looking for houses for Super Bowl. Namor and the actor that plays him were awesome. Hopefully we see him again soon in the MCU. Yeah, I think Namor was one of my favorite enemies so far, just because he was fleshed out. It wasn't really an enemy. I say that with, he's kind of good guy, turn bad guy sort of thing, turn good guy again. But yeah, I really like Namor a lot. He was cool. Definitely a force to be reckoned with. I was wondering how they're going to battle him. I like how they kind of brought some science to it. Like, oh, let's just dry him out. It was cool. I think the first one was better, talking about Black Panther movies, I assume, but it was good. I agree. I think the first one had a bit more, packed more of a punch, but probably because it was such those first iterations of movies usually are better in my eyes, just because it's, hey, this is the first time we're seeing this character. It's fresh. It's different. It's cool. So yeah, I think Black Panther 1 was great, but I thought Black Panther 2 was one of the better sequels, in my opinion. Better than like Ant-Man 2, in my opinion. Ant-Man's going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to that. Quantum Mania. Riri felt shoot in, but looking forward to her series. I hear you. I guess on a counter note, I felt like she was a good central motivator for the story. Like they wanted to kill her because of her science, and then they wanted to save her. So I get what you mean, though. She did feel kind of like maybe an afterthought. Like, hey, here's a good catalyst for the movie. Winter Soldier's definitely up there. Yeah. Oh, wow. Does Ant-Man come out next week? Jeez. What's up, Disavowed, by the way? Thanks for being here. I didn't realize it came out so soon. I've been waiting for this stuff to go to Disney Plus. So for me, everything takes forever. I just don't go to the theaters very much anymore. All right. We're 32 minutes in the stream, but let's go ahead and talk about some new stuff, and we'll go straight into like new, like really new stuff. And that's going to be with Savage Crucible. So interesting story about Savage Crucible. When I went to Toylanta in 2022, I got to meet William, who's one of the creators for Savage Crucible. He set up his own table. He had some stuff on display, little samples of the line. It was my first exposure with it. I was also like just getting into Mythic Legions at the time. But yeah, he's really been taking that idea and fleshing it out more and more and more. And if you guys missed it, he does have an Instagram where he posts content about the Savage Crucible. But he shared this little hint, which I guess back in Toylanta time, he was sending out these little medallions to people. I did not get one, but I know a lot of people did. And they're like these little decoder rings. Kind of think of like the way Mezco does it, but different. Really nice metal medallion. So he sent out this code, which actually was a password for his website. You can see people already kind of cracked the code. Too many points here in the chat. Frazetta was the code for the website, but that gave you access to the website to kind of learn a little bit more about the waves. Well, this is going to be launched like a Kickstarter. So I think on February 10th is when the Kickstarter goes up, and that's going to launch Wave 1. Now, I don't have all the details about what's going to happen with Wave 2, Wave 3. They've showed a lot of different characters. They showed like a ranger type character, which was sort of like a wolf sort of dude. They've showed fish people. They showed these Lemurians, which are the lizard guys, or like dino type guys. So Wave 1 is going to be Lemurians, which is all of these lizard guys. Now they go from fairly basic, which is the slate. That is, where's the slate? I think this is a slate. So the slates are fairly basic. You get the figure, you get extra hands, you get one weapon. But that's only $15. That's very cheap. Oh, this is a Savage. I'm sorry. The slates are even more basic. There's a slate. My apologies. So they look more like a test shot, like a factory sample. But $15 for that, that's cheap for an action figure. Then you get the Savages, which are here. These are $25, still very cheap in my opinion. Marvel Legends pricing for kind of a new figure is somewhat unheard of. A lot of the times they go higher than this in price. So $25 for that. And you get the more specific ones like the Royal Guard, the Conclusive Imperial Sentry. You've got Nin Villamir, Como of the Isles. I could be totally butchering these names, but these are all like your standard figures, and they're going to be $38 each. And then to top all that off, you've got the character packs. So here's a character pack, which I think is really cool. You get these 3 different head sculpts, very Dino-esque Dilophosaurus right here. This is more of like a armored type character, different weapons, a bunch of different like gauntlets and shin guard pieces here, a shield. Got another character pack, which looks like it's got some maybe fabric material. I don't know if that's fabric or plastic, but just totally different looks. There's more head sculpts again, more weapons, lots of variability. So even if you decided to go with I'm just going to go with the slates, you can get slates in some of those packs and really make some very unique looking figures for fairly cheap, if you think about it. The all-in, I think, is going to be about $240. I need to refer to Dork Lair because I don't have the specifics, but this is kind of like that first wave of the figures. I think wave 2 is going to be, actually, without me speculating, they actually have a website you can go into, and you can see this is wave 1, which is talking about Lemurians, ones that we just looked at. They don't have pictures here, but we, go to the Savage Crucible Instagram if you guys want to know more about them. This is what those characters are for wave 1. Oh, Bonnie Rotten, come with the info. Thank you. Bonnie Rotten, first 3 waves will be all part of the same Kickstarter, just released 5 months apart. Nice. Okay, so if you back the Kickstarter, you will actually get all 3 waves. They're just going to release them months apart. So you'll get wave 1, which is the ones we just looked at. Then there is wave 2, which you can go here, go to waves. Wave 2. This looks like more of the humanoid type figures. I don't know what the best way to say that is. But you can see there's a barbarian character pack in that one. There's warrior with ball and chain, Jaeger, Nashorn, Krieger, Who-Man. So these are more of your maybe human-esque style figures, but still probably some that look like creatures as well. That's wave 2. And then wave 3 is going to be these fish people. So Harbinger of the Abyss, Fathom Scout, League Striker, Abyss Dreadnought, Pyranoid Savage, Pyranoid Slate, Pyranoid Character Pack. And there's also a wave 4, which is not very detailed, to be announced, but you can see there's like a goat dude there. So that gives you kind of an indication of what it might be. And there's a lot of other pictures here on Savage Crucible's website. Here's some more product samples, paint samples, and paint masters. So really like a factory paint sample of what the finished product could potentially look like. I really like the paints on this. I like the unique look of the figure. There's nothing that really comes to mind that looks like this to me. And it looks it's still, even though it's kind of, people are saying, it kind of reminds me of Legions. I feel like it's very different than Legions in a way. Yes, I can see the modularity, the fact that you got different animals and things like that, but this looks like something that could really complement Legions. So if you're a big Legions collector, or even if you're not, this is just something very unique that we're just really not getting from a lot of other companies. So these look great. If you're curious about the fish people, here's some of the head sculpts for the fish. Super detailed. There's one of the test shots, it looks like. This is what they had on display when I was at Toylanta. I don't know the official name for that, but I think that's a 3D printed prototype. This is going to be wave 3. Here's the Ranger dude that we had looked at, Jaeger. See some of the articulation there, able to bring his arms together. That's pretty cool. These look very articulated, very great moving figures. I'm very excited to see how these look. I think Wave 2 is probably the one that is going to speak to me the most. I was really looking forward to this guy coming out, this Jaeger guy, which we are going to get at some point. Here's another video showing you some articulation. You can see these things are going to move really nicely. Anytime you can get a figure that can put two hands on a sword like that is huge. And it seems like more figures should be able to do that, but it's actually a lot harder to come by to be able to get a figure that can put his arms together so you can do a two-handed pose like that. It's pretty difficult to come by. But yeah, this looks great. Just really showing off some of the articulation. Let me see what you guys are saying. Not about Savage Crucible, but only nitpicking. But why did underwater people have a bunch of bird feathers as decoration? Seems like it would make it harder to swim. That's a good point. It's like Namor, who had the what are those sandals called? The sandals with the wings on them. I'm like, that's interesting for an underwater character to have that. At least one character is going to die in Ant-Man. I think so. I think everybody thinks it's going to be Ant-Man, but I don't know. I think they're going to throw a curveball at us. Patman, what's up? Thanks for being here. Cousins by Machu. Matt, what's going on? Glad to have you. Savage Crucible reveals are more awesome each day. I went from meh to yes. Yeah, I agree. They're doing a good job at kind of hyping it up, promoting the line. I think they're really being careful of what they're revealing. Oh, here's one of the GOAT guys. If you missed that, Wave 4, I think this is what this will be. And if you go into their website, they talk about, like, oh, what, another Kickstarter? And he's like, yeah, we're planning on using crowdfunding platform as Kickstarter, but there's other things that we're doing that makes it not just a traditional Kickstarter. They've already invested a lot of their money on tooling so that when the Kickstarter is funded, these figures are in your hands a bit quicker. So they're already kind of putting their own money into it. I know they've been working on this for a while. I remember talking to him at Toylanta. He's like, yeah, this is something we're working on for quite some time. Kind of waiting to reveal it until they were ready to go. And I think they're at that point where once they do the Kickstarter, hopefully that gets funded and successful, they'll be able to turn that around and get those in people's hands fairly quickly. And to one of the earlier comments, if you go into that Kickstarter, you're going to get all 3 waves. So if you guys are interested, there's a lot more info here at savagecrucible.com. If you want to check out the waves, you'll notice when you first go in here, it's going to block you from it, but you use that password Frazetta, and that's how you're going to get in to see more of that. Oh, there is concept art in here too. Oh my gosh, so much concept art. I think what's really exciting is the customization, the swappable parts. There's just so much in here that you can swap between characters. You can see, this. Look at this Jaws looking guy. Just so much concept art, just things that they want to do, things that are probably going to get added to the line down the line. Just so much stuff. So you can tell this is really somebody's passion project, putting a lot of time and effort into these concepts and the ideas and how this is all going to work and how they're going to expand the line. If you guys are interested, there's just so much to pull from here, even down to like drawings of characters. It's pretty insane. Just goes to show how much really goes into creating a new action figure line. You've got to think of literally everything from start to finish. Otherwise, it's not going to be successful. You want to give people faith in the product, right? You don't want to just be like, hey, we're going to make this and we're going to see if it's going to work. You want to have some, hey, we've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes to try to make this as good as possible. They're investing their own money into it. It gives me a bit more faith. They're going to see it to the end. Yeah, I think Kickstarter makes a lot of sense to get some of that initial funding for production. Let's see what you guys have to say. T. Belay says they look great. DSREF fan. I love a good Kickstarter. I think Kickstarters are a cool idea. You know, you don't have to, you're not out the money until it gets funded. So it's not like you're going to lose money on the investment. You're just showing your support. And then if it's successful, you're helping a line, you know, get created. They reveal a lot on their Facebook group. They do have a Facebook group, much like the Cabal, Mythic Legions Cabal, Cosmic Cabal. There is a Savage Crucible Facebook group as well, where you can get even more info, more pictures, probably more info like Bonnie Rotten has alluded to here and educated the chat. There's a lot of extra stuff out there that you can go. So go to if you guys are really interested in this, I recommend going to the Savage Crucible Facebook group. Give me all them lizard peoples. He's a fan of Lemurians. I'm so interested in this line. They look totally interesting. Yeah, I think that's the coolest thing. They look very unique, very interesting. That's what is intriguing a lot of people. Like, I want to see more of that. I can't wait till I start seeing these in hand. I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. Keep telling yourself that. That helps. Budget booth, right? Like, do I need a new line? No. I think 2023 is going to be even harder from new characters, new figures coming out. You thought 2022 was rough. I think 2023 is going to be even harder. Yeah, great point. Robert E. Howard's Conan, he was fighting Lizardmen. Yeah, great compliment for Conan. Even if you're not into Mythic Legions, if you collect the Mezco Conan, this is the old one, but would be a great compliment for the Conan, for sure. I agree. I love the fantasy lore. That's the thing about fantasy and that kind of realm of action figures. The sky's the limit. Your imagination is what the limit is. There's no set rules about what has to be in that lore or not. Like with comics, sometimes you get a little restricted on, hey, what can and cannot do. Sometimes with stuff like Conan and fantasy, there is not that restriction. You can just make it whatever you want to make it. Goat Dude looks cool. Yeah, I thought the Goat Dude looked really cool. There's probably more pictures of him in here as well. I really like this guy. He's awesome. I love his look. Cultist Monster. Oh, and it's another good point I didn't point out, Bonnie Rotten. Yes, I know EM Custom Parts, Eric Miller. He's one of the painters. I think Nikki Nicanol Customs is a part of it, and I might have butchered her name. You guys know who I'm talking about, but yeah, she's going to be a part of it as well. A lot of people from that community, which if you went to Legions Con, a lot of those people you're meeting at Legions Con are part of this project too. I'm excited to see more maybe from people. I know I don't think Savage Crucible is going to be at Legions Con, but maybe at some point they'll have their own convention, or you'll see them maybe at an NYCC or SDCC. Or if you go to Toylanta this year, there's a good chance you're going to see a Savage Crucible booth because he was there last year. Fishmen are known as the deep ones. I didn't know that. Cool. Let's see. Plasty. What's up, Plasty? Thanks for being here. Sorry if I missed you a little earlier. Oh, we also got Kyle Wadaga. What's up, Kyle? Thanks for hanging out with us. A fellow enabler. I absolutely don't promote anyone using Facebook, but if you're on, go join their group and you can see way more if you're interested. I stay out a lot of Facebook group. I know you're talking about. The only Facebook groups I'm a part of really anymore are Mythic Legions Cabal, Savage Crucible, Cosmic Crucible, and Cosmic Cabal. Gosh. And there's one 112 group. I think it's Pages that I'm a part of. Other than that, I stay out of everything else in Facebook because it's just toxic. These concepts had me really excited. Wasn't 100% into those lizard guys, but that shark dude and the other demon-looking guys had me stoked. Yeah, Kyle. I think even if the Lemurians aren't really your people, or if you're not into the fish guys, you can see with all this concept art, there's going to be new, interesting characters going to get added down the line that might suit your fancy a bit more. Like this stuff's just nuts. Like this guy, he looks insane. I love that he posted all of his concept arcs. It really gives you an idea of what the future holds for this line. This is probably going to be variations of the barbarian, different ways that you can make your barbarian look unique. I think that's really what they're going for, is customization, making your figures unique to yourself with the packs. And I bet you a lot of the packs are going to be interchangeable between waves. So take this fish guy's armor and put it on this lizard guy, or take this barbarian's armor and put it on the goat dude. That's what I'm looking forward to, is the customization. Nice. Yeah, that was another one I was going to talk about. D13 Toys, Biblical Adventures. If you guys missed, let's just look at those real quick. D13 Toys. They're starting their own line called Biblical Adventures. And their Kickstarter is going to be happening pretty soon. 2/21/23 is when that Kickstarter goes live. So this is St. Michael the Archangel. Definitely more of a biblical style line. I guess Biblical Adventures makes sense. If that's your thing, then you've got new figures coming. I saw these at Legion's Con as well. They look really cool. Maybe not something what I'm personally into, but I think it looks cool. I like that it's a unique, different line. I'm eager to see what else is going to come out of these. But this gives you some idea of what you could expect going into that Kickstarter. Just, I love seeing more third party, more like new figures, you know, new toy companies. That's what's cool. I love that. My Conans need these baddies for sure. Yeah, I'm sure you're talking about Savage Crucible. Yeah, there's a lot of good baddies here for your Conan. I'm interested in these, but with everything that's coming from Four Horsemen this year, I'm not sure I can swing it. Definitely understand that. I think 2023 is going to be the year of balance for me as much as possible. Even though I'm very interested in Savage Crucible, I still haven't really decided if I'm going to jump into the Kickstarter. If you guys are into biblical stuff, D13 is going to come out. I think Mythic Legion is going to drop maybe another wave of stuff at some point for Cosmic or some other. Maybe you'll see a figure Obscura down the line. It's like I said just a few minutes ago. If you thought 2022 was bad, I think 2023 is going to be even harder to resist new stuff coming out. There's going to be a lot that drops in 2023. But you gotta make, you gotta put up roadblocks. You can't just say, I'm buying this, I'm buying that, I'm buying this, I'm buying that, I'm buying that. It just doesn't work that way. You got to say, okay, if I'm going to get this, I'm going to drop something else. That's what I've done. When I started getting Mythic Legions, I started dropping other things. I'm not going to get as many Legends anymore. I'm going to start selling some of these figures I've been sitting in boxes forever. You got to have some kind of plan to battle those new figures coming in. At least for me, I can't just keep adding to the pile. The bigger that pile gets, the more stressed I become. So my new rule is, if I get something in, get something out. The cycle. If I buy something, sell something. But I mean, it's a great time to be a collector. It's just a difficult time to do it because there's just so much out there. But yeah, we'll talk about. There's a lot more you guys can find on your own. I'm sure I'm only scratching the surface with what information's out there. Go check out the Savage Crucible website, their Instagram, and Dorklair also, I think, did a video about it. And if you're interested in D13, which the other one we talked about, Dorklair is going to have them on Tuesday, I think tomorrow, to talk about that line. So go join his live if you're interested. They also have an Instagram, and they will also be doing a Kickstarter. So 2 Kickstarters starting this month, if you guys are interested in those. Nice. We got High School Creations. Your ears must be burning. I was just shouting out your Wall XD. Very excited about the future of that. You guys go check out High School's YouTube. We just posted a video about it, kind of talked about the future, what you're getting, right off the bat, and his Kickstarter, things like that. So very excited for you, Mike. Wishing you great things with Wall XD. I love the idea. I think it looks really cool, man. I'm very excited to see more. Bonnie Rotten, just an FYI, it doesn't sound like retail is going to be much higher than the pre-order price, which is awesome for people that missed out. Talking about Savage Crucible, that is really cool. If you don't want to jump on the Kickstarter, maybe you're going to wait until it drops on BBTS. You want to see some reviews. It sounds like the retail price is going to be close. At least that's the initial assumption. I don't know anything here. I'm just going off what I'm reading. So I hope that's the case. That'd be cool, because you guys are remembering, Mythic Legions usually are a little bit different from direct to pre-order. A little bit more expensive if you wait for retail. Too many points. I listened to him on Lost Cause. He seems very interested in this. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see a lot from 78 points. But welcome. Thanks for being here, buddy. Fabster, nice. Very stoked for this campaign. Happy to see more indie toy makers on the scene. I couldn't agree more, Fabio. I love seeing more people out there that are independent, doing their own thing. And I just respect the courage, man. It takes a lot of money, a lot of effort, a lot of time to get stuff like that off the ground and to make it a solid product. So that's the stuff I want to try to support, is people out there really just putting themselves out there, taking a risk and seeing if they can get it done. And, I really wish for their success. The Warforged had me very excited. I play Warforged in D&D. I think I missed Warforged, Kyle, but I'm sure it's probably one of these. Oh, nice. The Forge. I see now. Kind of like the sort of mech style. Here, rather than me trying to talk about it, you guys can talk about what Kyle is looking at. Warforged. So you can see it says Forged. Yeah, these are cool. Wow. Just, yeah, so much potential here. This guy looks really awesome. So I can just sit here scrolling through these for a while. Oh, I love this. Oh, yeah. I like that too. Yeah, there's a lot. I really recommend you guys go and look at this concept art on savagecrucible.com. There's just so much too. You could spend hours here just looking at the concept art. So much cool stuff. How cool would it be to make my D&D figure into a figure? My D&D character, into a figure. That would be awesome, Kyle. And maybe with Savage Crucible, you have enough pieces to where you can actually build something like that. Kyle of Flute. This line's going to have Lucifer. That'd be insane. D13, I think is what Nate's talking about. These are from Chris Gyrick, who's with 4HM Studios. I think I've seen him on the lives that Four Horsemen does. Yes, Biblical Adventures will be quality. Right. One of the guys from Four Horsemen, he's already got a lot of experience in the game. So if you guys are interested in D13, I don't think you have to worry too much about the quality on those. They're going to come out looking great. And I saw some in-hand ones at Legions Con. They look really good. So yeah, that's another line I'm very excited to see the future of. Yeah, Bonnie Rotten, you're saying the same thing as Nate. This will be the episode that 78 Points never forgets. Not only in comments, but he makes sure to mention it all the time. First it was, what's your why? Now it's blueprint. So we're going to see this comment more. But yeah, here's some blueprints right here. There you go. I think I'm holding off on Kickstarters for a while. I'm still waiting on Spiro Toys Kickstarter to ship. Yeah, I think those are going out pretty soon. Animal Warriors, The Kingdom. But yeah, I mean, I get it. You can't spread your money too thin. Warforged are magical constructs that are sentient. Oh, that's so cool. I love that idea. There's unique stuff like that. I love that. Living Iron Man armor. That's really cool. Metal Groot. What's your blueprint? Are you asking me or asking too many points? The blueprints. If you guys missed that episode, go check it out. Great episode about having a plan for your goals. You're going to make a goal? What's the plan? How are you going to succeed? How are you going to make that goal a reality? It's one thing to say the goal. It's another thing to walk the walk, right? You can talk the talk all day, but are you going to be able to walk the walk, right? So even though we can spend a lot of time doing that, we'll talk a little bit more here, and we're about at the hour mark. I'm having fun though, so we'll stick around. Mezco Toys Fair, shifting gears into Mezco. Toys Fair is going to be starting this weekend. I think the first day is tomorrow, the 7th. So they've already listed out an itinerary of what you can expect. Giveaways, exclusive 112 collective figures, Living Dead doll stuff. Remember, they do other stuff other than 112 collective. So Living Dead dolls. We're probably going to see some MDS figures, probably some 5-point stuff. But they are going to do a lot of prizes. One of them is the Mega Grand Prize, where you get all of this stuff. Just, yeah, you guys can read for your own. I'm not going to read all that, but that's a lot of stuff. So it really pays to play these quizzes. The quizzes are usually fairly easy, or it's like a, something simple. The games or the quizzes they have you do, just do it, because there's a lot of people that win. But yeah, starting tomorrow, they're going to have head to the Penny Arcade and see what the hoodlums at Mezco have been up to. I think that might be a reference to like hoods, their hoods line. Vapor was the first one. Maybe we'll see more hoods or a reveal of the future hoods. They're going to have the Mosquatch giveaway, a word search. I know that people have already picked this out, but I think it's day 2, week 3. Week 3 is when we're going to get the giveaway that includes this Batman 1989 edition. So a lot of people called this out. Like, oh man, does that mean Batman's releasing soon? I feel like that's a good indicator maybe that he's going to be coming out soon, because why would they include him in a giveaway? Superman Man of Steel is another one that's out there that hasn't been fulfilled yet. Hasn't been released, I should say. Good indicator we're probably going to get those soon. But like I've talked about, nothing will save that 1989 Batman. It's been too long. So no matter how good it comes out, and maybe it won't come out great, but the fact that it's been so delayed is going to be the sticking point in a lot of reviews. I guarantee it. Nobody's going to give that thing a 10 out of 10 just because the delays. Which I get. I'm not saying they shouldn't. I'm just saying that thing's already doomed to begin with. They're giving away the 89 prototype. I think I saw that. People said they saw that at Toys Fair and they did not like it. No way. Red Ninja is mine. I won that fair and square, low key. I need to do a shot with this thing, but he's actually on a Diabolic body. That's just Diabolic under there with some CJSM soft goods. But yes, I do like this a lot. And I'm surprised I can get that in there and not knock things over. At some point, it's going to happen. But yeah, I'm excited to see what comes out of Mezco, what kind of stuff they're going to reveal. I think we're going to see Slugfest for sure at some point. Some of the other stuff they revealed over the last couple of years, we'll probably see some pre-orders of. I hope we see a Diplodamus, the second in the Hazard Squad after Death Adder. I really hope we see something about him. And then we'll end with this. There's other stuff that I want to talk about, but we're already at hour and 5. So we'll probably end here in the next 10 minutes or so, or 5 minutes, I should say. But Kylab, that should not be a name that you are unfamiliar with. There's a lot of people that have posted about his goods. He's done a few different releases of like soft goods with leather for Conan. I really wish I would have got the first one that he released, which was an accessory set for Conan. But this is another set for Conan that does include some cloth goods from Kylab. All handmade, all hand painted. I think this looks really great. It's based on some Frazetta art. So if you guys are interested in Kylab and you missed the other ones, I recommend you get this one because these are going to go, I think, fairly fast. like I said, these are made by, I think, this one guy, and they're all handmade, hand painted. Real leather armor, real cloth goods. It works on other bodies, not just Conan. So if you want to dress up your Conan or make him look a little bit different or have some kind of homage to the comics, this is a great set for that. Speaking of Conan, I got my Mezco exclusive Conan recently, the newest one. So I'll be opening them up soon, probably doing some shots. But yeah, I would not delay on this this set, 'cause I don't know how long this is going to last, but I know I've missed out on the other two from him, and I don't think I want to miss on this one. Looks like you guys are already familiar with that. My guess, Slugfest is going to be in stock drop. Tangerine is revealed. That would be sweet. Yeah, I hope so. Commander Squad, Hazard Squad. You know what I'm talking about. Toy Red Suit. Did I say Commander or Hazard? I don't know what I said. First set is so good. Oh, T-Belly. Darn you for getting that. I kick myself every time I see a picture of somebody using it. His work is outstanding. Yeah, it kind of speaks for itself. Oh, wow. AliExpress is the first one still. Dang. Rick Jones, I wish you wouldn't have told me that. I mean, I'm happy that you did, but I'm also like, darn it. Now I got to spend more money again. Nate Strong, already ordered mine through Kai, through BC Toys Box. His work is masterful. Yeah. This is where this one is too, $63.99, which, isn't bad for custom soft goods and custom leather pieces. Just remember, it's all handmade, people. This isn't like a cheap Marvel Legends cape. This is a handmade cloth cape. And from what you've seen in prior releases, his stuff's really good. So you get what you pay for him. But yeah, I think we'll probably call it a night there. We're getting to the end of the Power Hour. Thank you guys for hanging out with me on the solo live. I always have a good time doing this. You guys make it fun. And yeah, hopefully you maybe learn something here. Go check out the Savage Crucible website, savagecrucible.com if you're interested. Make sure that you guys are ready for test shots. If you are going to try to get the Cosmic Legions test shots, you got to be at that website early. You got to have an idea of what you want. Log in, make sure your payment info is updated. Those are going to go so quick. If you think the other two went quick, I think this. I don't think I'm going to get one, but I'm definitely going to try. But good luck to all you guys if you try. But yeah, thank you guys all for hanging out with us. You can find me at figurefan_Nate on Instagram, Vero, and Facebook. And I hope you guys all have a great week. I hope this was motivational for you. And until next time, we'll see you here on the Figure Booth. Good night, everyone.